Hello there. This is Crocker's Crazy Living. Today I'm going to do homemade spaghetti sauce using fresh tomatoes. So what I've already done in my pot here is my mother-in-law gave me a Dutch oven size pan of fresh tomatoes. There was beefsteak tomatoes in there, there were yellow tomatoes, and there were Roma tomatoes. So it was just a mishmash of tomatoes. And what I did is they were already peeled and for me, already destemmed and peeled. And all I did was take them and put them in my food processor and zhuzh them up in there to break them up. I want them to be broken up a little bit. Let me get a big spoon. So to my pot of tomatoes here, see, I've got them all nice and ground up. They're not totally pureed, but they're small, and that's what I want for sauce. I mean, I do like chunks of tomato in my sauce, but I want it to be as smooth as I can get it, without being totally pureed. Then I put one large Vidalia onion in there, and I ground that up in my food processor as well, so it was nicely minced. I used three humongous, I mean, I'm telling you, they were this big. These cloves of garlic were at least 2 inches big. They were huge. I used three of those, and then I used another whole head, of garlic that was a little bit smaller than this one here. And I don't even know how many. I probably had 8 smaller tiny cloves, and I put that through my my Pampered Chef mincer thing here, which works really good. I love it. My garlic press. So I'm going to turn my stove on. I don't want it to be too hot. I'm going to stir this together. A lot of garlic in there. It's going to cook all day. And then I'm going to add some other things to it. It's not going to be just tomatoes. So to my pot here, I'm going to add, and it was kind of interesting that she had just asked me last night if I wanted some tomatoes that were already peeled, because I had just went to the store and bought a couple of cans of tomato paste and tomato sauce just to have that kind of stuff on hand because it was on sale. They were 4 cans for something. Don't remember how much, but I'm gonna try this one again. Anytime I can get sauce and paste and things like that on sale, I grab it just to kind of have it in my pantry. I'm gonna add 2 cans of regular plain old tomato sauce to this. Maybe 3 cans. I bought 4 cans, but maybe I'll add 1 more. And then I had 2 cans of tomato paste, but I'm only going to add 1 right now. So I'm going to add 1 more can of tomato sauce. This is just the regular cheap store brand. It doesn't matter. Tomato sauce. You don't have to have a fancy brand of tomato sauce. because you're adding flavors to it. All right, third can tomato sauce. I'm going to put one small can. Let me see what size cans are. Is it 1.5? Ounce. It's supposed to be a 15-ounce can. Yeah. Tomato sauce looked like it was a 15-ounce can. One minute. Okay. The tomato sauce was a 15-ounce, three 15-ounce cans. I thought I got plain tomato paste. It looks like I got the Contadina tomato paste with roasted garlic in it. It was cheap. It was under $1 for a can. It's a small can. I like the small cans because if I'm not doing a huge project, I only need one small can. I don't like buying the tomato paste in the tubes. They cost too much, and most of the time when I'm using tomato paste, I need about this much. I don't need just a squirt of tomato paste. And they do come in bigger cans, but like I said, if I'm not doing a big project, I don't want to use the bigger cans. And I might end up using the other can. I don't know. It depends on how this comes out as far as thickness. Stir that all in there. The heat of the stove will definitely melt that tomato paste once it gets going here. Okay, so to that, I'm going to add, so I have all that garlic in there. I'm going to add some onion powder. I just got a little bit left in this jar. That's probably 2 teaspoons. I'm going to use that up. I always put some salt in mine. I'm going to add some garlic salt. Probably 3 teaspoons of garlic salt. If you don't have fresh onions to put in it, you could always use dried onions. That works just as well. Okay, I got some Italian seasoning here. That's probably 2-3 tablespoons right there in that jar. I'm going to throw that out. I'll probably add more of that. And I got these bay leaves at the Spice and Tea Exchange. They're in every state. You can order online too. I got bay leaves. Oh my gosh, these bay leaves, they smelled so, look how big they are. They're huge. So my leaves, look how big they are next to my hand. They're huge. They're huge. So you need only a couple, maybe 2. Just so I can dig out a smaller one. Yeah, I couldn't believe how big they were. And they didn't cost me very much money at all. I think this whole pouch cost me like $2. It was great. Maybe because they go by the ounce. Price by the ounce or by the pound. I think it was by the ounce. There's a small one. I'll add 2 big and 1 small. They smell good. They're super fresh. So I'm going to stir all this in here. I like a lot of Italian seasoning in my sauce, so I'm going to go grab my extra bottle of seasoning and throw some in here. I don't think I have any more. That's onion powder. Let me light out because I want some. What did I do with my Italian seasoning? Alright, so I got some more Italian seasoning. About another tablespoon or so. I'm just going to stir that in there. I like to use the Italian seasoning because it's got all the other spices mixed in it. It's got basil and thyme and probably some rosemary. It's got everything all together, and I don't like having gobs and gobs and gobs of different kinds of spices just sitting around, so I just use up Italian blend. I like it. So I'm going to turn this down to 5 because I'm going to slowly just cook this for a few hours. Just let it go. Just comes up to a nice little simmer, then I'll turn it down to low and just let it simmer. Now later on I will taste my sauce, and if I think my sauce is too acidy, I will add probably close to 1/4 cup of sugar. A couple of big tablespoons, you know, like the big tablespoons. See if I have one to show you. This is what I call a big tablespoon. It's bigger than your average tablespoon. See, this is my average tablespoon, and this is my big tablespoon. So a couple of these. Of sugar. If I feel that cuts back the acidity bite in your sauce. Some people like that acidity. Sometimes I do not. So it's all on your preference, what you like. So I got the onions, I got the garlic, I got the tomatoes, a can of tomato paste, 3 cans of tomato sauce, a bunch of seasonings. I might just put a little bit of black pepper in here. Probably that might be like a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Not a lot, just to give it some. I don't usually put pepper in my sauce, but I'll try it. I'm probably going to can this sauce. I'm not putting any meat in it, so therefore I can can it fairly easy. It takes about, I don't know, what does the sauce take? Like 45 minutes to 50 minutes to can it. I'll have to look it up on my recipes because I haven't canned it in a while. I used up all, I had some in my pantry and I've used it all up. I was actually looking for some the other night and I couldn't find any, so when she offered to give me the tomatoes, I just decided, yep, I will make sauce with it. Alright. That's it for now. So that's all I do with my sauce. Just let it cook for hours. And then if I can it, I'll probably make a video two-part. This will be number one. The next one will be number 2 for canning my sauce. I might not get to that until tomorrow. So anyway, have a good afternoon. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. See you soon. Bye.